When we receive the machine, we install the amp into the machine. And here is the L tube we can connect in this hole. And we need to connect this socket before turning on the machine. Otherwise, it will damage the machine. You can see here has the hot water inlet, spill water hose, water outlet. Now we find a funnel and insert in the water inlet. And then add the water. Please remember the water must be distilled water or pure water, because the running water contains the impurity. It will damage the machine. When we see the water up from the still water hose, meaning the water is full, we can stop at the water and press here for the funnel. About the water outlet, normally we need to change the water every month. When we want to change the water, we need to open it and let the water out from the machine, and add the water again. After adding the water, we connect the pedal. Now we connect the power line. Now we turn on the key switch. And here is the emergency button. When we receive the machine, it was turned on, so we need to turn off. Usually we don't need to turn on. Only when we have an emergency during the operation, we need to turn on. Once turned on, the machine will turn off. When we turn on the machine, we need to wait about 1 minute, let the machine have a buffer time. You can see this machine has 4 systems: fractional, pulse, gyne, Volver. Now we check the first one, fractional. This system we need to use this operating hand. Now we install the operating hand. We connect this socket to this hole. Install this hand. And the air tube connect here. After install the operating hand, now we set the parameter. Here is the height, and this is the width, duration, times, power, density, scan mode, interval. The height and width we can set according to our need. We can set to 15. And there is the duration. This means the time stay on the skin. We can set to 2.7. And this is the time. It means the scan time we can set to 1. And the power we can set to 8 first and adjust it basis on the customer's building. And here is the density. It means the distance between 2 points. We can set to 0.8. And here is the scale mode. It has 3 modes: half, sequence, random. We can choose one according to our need. And here is the interval. It means the interval time between each scan. And here is the scan shape. It has 7 shapes. We can choose one we need. And here is the treatment record of different patients. After all parameters are set, we can click here and step on the pedal, start working. Now we check the second mode, pulse mode. This mode we need to use this operating hand. This one has 3 little operating hand. This 3. Now we install the operating hand. We install this operating hand in this hole. And connect this little operating hand. And the L-tube connect here. After install the operating hand, we set the parameter. Here is the mode option. It has 4 modes. We can choose one according to our need. And this is the power. We can set to 6 first. And this is the time, this is the energy and the counter. These 3 we don't need to set them. And this is the time on, time off. The first mode we don't need to set the time on and time off. And the pulse mode, the time on we can set to 60. And the next part, the time on we can set to 60 and the time off set to 30. The last part, the time on we can set to 90 and the time off set to 60. Here is the treatment record of different patients. After a parameter set, we can click here, step on the pedal, start working. The next one, guiding mode. This mode we need to use this operating hand. This operating hand also have 2 different little operating hands. These 2. This one is 360 degrees and this one is the 180 degrees. We can choose one according to our need. And now we install the operating hand. We can connect this connector here. We connect this small connector. And then this operating hand, it has 2 small operating hands. This is the 360 degrees and this one is the 180 degrees. We can choose one according to our need. and connect here. And connect here. After install the operating head, we set the parameter. Here is the light. We can set to 4, and this is the density. It means the distance between 2 points. We can set to 1. This is the duration. It means the time stay on the skin. We can set to 0.9. And this is interval time. It means the interval time between each scan. You can set to 1.5. And this is the power set. We can set to 8 bursts. And this is the time we can set to 4. After all parameters set, we can clean here, start on the pedal, start working. And the last one, Volvo mode. This mode has 2 operating hands. This 2. This is the 360 degree, and this one is the 180 degree. Now install the operating hand. We connect this connector first, and then connect this small one. And choose one operating hand, connect here. After install the operating hand, we start the parameter. Here is the power set. We also set to 8 bursts, and the density we set to 1. The duration we set to 0.9, and this time we set to 4. The interval we set to 1.5. And this is the treatment record of different patients. After a parameter set, we can clean here, start on the pedal, start working.